Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another collective reading. This one I just feel called to do a love reading. I've never done a love reading for myself or for the collective, so it's gonna be my first time. So just be a little patient with me because it's my first time doing it. So I'm a little bit excited, but I don't know how it's gonna go. But yeah. Again, sorry for the reverb, excessive reverb and stuff like that. I'm gonna definitely work on that in the future, but for right now, I can only just do what I can at the particular moment, which is work with what I got. So I already cleansed the cards and set the vibes and everything, so we're gonna hop straight into the reading. High part of highest universe of the weather most high. What do you want the collective to know in their love life in the present moment? What you want them to know about their love life in the present moment? High for highest universe. I meant to do this reading actually yesterday, but I got caught up in doing some other stuff. We actually snowed in over here, so I was trying to go somewhere, but I couldn't go nowhere because my car is literally iced in. Like, what the heck? But so I got caught up with that and I ended up not doing it. So here I am today doing it. I feel like it was for a reason. I feel like everything happens for a reason. So you could have just let go of somebody recently, or you like you moving on with your feelings and kind of like leaving your feelings for somebody in the past, because this is the Three of Wands, and it's basically just talking about taking action, loss that leads on to change. You know what I mean? Like, in a moment it seemed like a loss, but in the future it's really a win, because how can I say, like, you're not losing for losing somebody that don't love you. You know what I mean? And that doesn't love themselves. If anything, you gaining. You know, the only thing that the illusion that it may seem this loss is, you know, that you don't have anybody at the moment, or like you got to deal with all these feelings by yourself. It's almost like they left you with their baggage and your baggage to deal with at the same time. But in the future, it's gonna be better. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Yeah, it just feels like really hurtful type of energy, because I kind of feel like a little pierce in my chest. Like, you know, like when you get triggered or when your traumas come up, you kind of like feel that little pierce in your heart or something like that. That's what I kind of felt just now. What else do you want them to know in the present? I mean, I'm so used to seeing, I'm so used to doing general readings. What else you want them to know in their love life in the present moment? High power the highest universe. Let's keep trying to come out. The Four Swords. So it came out. Really, just when I look at this card, you see how he's like looking back, like, damn, did I make the right decision? It's really just changing the way that you look at the situation, because this what I'm getting. It's kind of just reconfirm what I just said. Like, you know, you not losing for losing somebody that didn't love you in the first place. If anything, you gain, you know, because infinity times zero is zero. Like, you can't multiply something out of nothing, you know. You know what I mean? It's gotta be uh, a reciprocal um, denominator, I guess you would say. And just to clarify, the Three of Swords, I just want to look. I'm just going off my intuition, but I just wanted to see for myself. Cups, Swords. Yeah. It's basically, just really just take the time to heal, because the Four of Swords also talk about like having a mental rest and having a period of time of contemplation and reflection. So really take the time that you need to heal before you move on to the next relationship or kind of go back out there into the dating scene. Because what you don't want to do is like bring something from the past into the future, because it's not fair to yourself or the person that's trying to open up to you. You know what I mean? Having like a new opportunity with you, allow them to make their own decisions on their own instead of projecting something that happened in the past. Something that happened to the past into the future. It's like, dang, like, I didn't do nothing. Like the new person, like I didn't do none of this. Like what the world? Like, okay, so we got the Six of Swords in a reverse. I don't know. When I look at this, I feel like really don't go back to what you already know that's a dead end. Because in the upright, it's about settling on to smoother waters. This what as far as like how you think about things. But since it's in a reverse, you could be thinking about what coulda, shoulda, woulda. You know what I mean? And don't let that bring you back to a situation that God already delivered you out of. They're not an energetic match for you. You know what I mean? Like, because if it would have been, it would have been. Nothing happens by chance. Everything is divinely orchestrated and everything happens the way it needs to be. At the exact moment in time. And if you believe in that, then I feel like you'll be better off. You know what I mean? Because right now you're being guided to like focus on your finances at the particular moment, because it's gonna bring you more stability in the future and also the present moment. So when that woman or that man do come into your life, you can actually have no physical restrictions, because the physical is also linked to the spiritual. So they interchangeable. You can't have one without the other. They both have to coexist, especially as long as we on this plane of existence. So you're being guided to like really focus on your finances and building your foundation stronger. So like I said, when that person do come into your life, you can actually enjoy your time with them like how you would really want to, And also like money can really like tamper with genuine connections. Like I'm not saying that it can't work out, but if you're not emotionally aware or healed, which these cards are saying, that you need to like really kind of hold off on that and really like focus on, healing and moving forward, focusing on your finances. It's really easy to drop into this codependent energy where like you need that person, to sustain you. But in actuality, you can sustain yourself. You know what I mean? You're your own being, your own soul. That doesn't mean that you can't get help from other people or be guided along the way. But as far as like the neediness, like you don't need nobody. You always being divinely guided and helped by your ancestors, spirit guides, God, the Most High, Jesus, or whoever that you believe in, Krishna, whoever, you know what I mean? Whoever that you like align or resonate with. Because it will happen. It's just not going to happen when you want it to happen. It's like a divinely orchestrated event. And I'm also getting like you're not meant for everybody. Like you're a unique individual. Like you're not like the masses, or you don't fit people's societal projections or something like that. And the love, how can I say this? Love that you're seeking doesn't look like love that normal people think that is love. You know what I mean? Like, I guess the best example is something so simple like love could be how normal people think is, like it feeling good all the time and things going right, and you guys having a good time and sexually and physically and things of that nature. But your version of love is those things, but also added is telling you what you don't want to hear all the time, but what you need to hear. Reflecting back parts of yourself that you tend to hide from yourself, but this person is brave enough to show you and don't judge you, but help you heal through those aspects of yourself. You know what I mean? So like you can't be with anybody that only knows half of love. They know conditional love. They don't know unconditional love, because it's unconditional. Whereas you can have somebody to stand in the rain with you to help you through the ugliness, but not judge your ugliness. I hope that really makes sense. Because we got the moon card in the reverse. So this is something that you already know. Like this is not hidden from you. Like what I said is like, it's something that you already know. And then we got the Hangman. Feeling paralyzed in the decision that you made, or this could be even looked at like since you know this decision already, right? It could be hard for you to move forward because you don't know where you're going. So you gotta rely more on the Most High and your intuition. Because this is what it's giving. Even though he's standing there, but like in this read, because this is a story, okay? In this read, it's almost like he's trusting what's coming to him. He doesn't have to go anywhere to get what he's seeking. You know what I mean? He's trusting in the unknown to come to him in the rightful time, in the divine time. That's what it's given. So you really could be called to trust yourself, really trust yourself. And, this is something that I know it isn't easy, but it's a conscious thought that you have to like help talk yourself into, you know what I mean? Like, at least that's what I do. I'm my own cheerleader. Like, I'm my own, ally, and that's how you gotta kind of really, I guess, have this relationship with yourself to really get through this period of time in your life, And then we also got the 7 of Wands in the reverse. This could be even like, you know, the person that you let go of, they not trying to let you go. You know what I'm saying? So it's just about setting those boundaries with them. Cause like I said, this could not just be all on you. This could be the person to, you know, you not need to set the boundaries up of and really pray for discernment and ask God to. You could need to do like a cord cutting ritual, or like ask for, you know, what to do in the present moment to remove yourself from a particular person that's obsessed with you, you know? And after this card, I'm gonna pull from my personal deck to get more confirmation. Yeah. And really just having a more nurturing relationship with yourself, because it's gonna attract the love that you're seeking. And also, when I look at these two, you know, love yourself enough to let them go and them to receive their karma, you know, because it's almost giving like, I'm gonna just keep it over one more time so you can see. It's almost like, you know, you so aware that you know a person fucked up, you know, and you know that's their ass, you know. I ain't even trying to sound a particular type of way, but it's like, you know, you can't shield them from what they may not be aware of. Like, I feel like God is trying to say that He gave them plenty of chances. You gave them plenty of chances. So, you know, it's just one of them things where, kind of like my last read, that's what they saw asking for you to deliver them their karma. Not necessarily you, but for you to take your hands up off of them and let God deal with them. Okay, I'm gonna move to my personal deck. How about the high seniors of the White Most High? Could I get some confirmation on, can I get some confirmation on the cards that we pulled from that tarot deck? Go on my shuffle. I hope this is resonating to some degree. You know, it's my first time doing a love read, but you know, that's how it comes out sometimes. Okay, I even. These are a lot of cards. Should I keep them? Should I keep it? Should I keep it, y'all? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. These are a lot of cards that came out, but I'm gonna keep it. I usually don't keep a lot of cards. So. Ooh, boy, my legs. You know, sitting in that position for so long. I'm kind of come up. I gotta find the right position. I feel like this is God just, because I had to reposition, so God could be repositioning you to where you can be in an environment that is comfortable. Wow. Now, I can't make this up. Like, these are the cards now. Y'all heard what I just been talking about this whole reading, okay? I wasn't gonna keep this spread, but look what card came out. Don't trip on something I already got you out of. Stop stressing. Be smooth. That's what that card say. So, listen, this stay talking to you, you know. Y'all heard my 2 cents. Y'all heard my 2 cents. That's what I said. Wow. And this card says, face your fears. Call upon me for courage and bravery. Call upon high-ranking angels of the Most High at this time. Don't this sound familiar? Don't that sound familiar? Ain't that what I just talked about? Ain't this what I just talked about? And like I said, I know it isn't easy, but like you said, he telling you what to do. You know, he telling you on how you can get to the promised land. He telling you like on how you can feel better. Call upon me for courage and bravery. Call upon high-ranking angels of the Most High this time. They're gonna help. They're gonna help you face your fears. They're gonna help you face this. That. You feel it all in here. You know what I mean? Because you passed. This was a test. A test like where you gonna be able to let this person go. You know what I'm saying? Because, and this is confirmation. Crazy. This is crazy. Like, remember the Four Swords came out? So you made the right decision. Because I asked for confirmation about the spread that we did. So you made the right decision about letting this person go. Because you see like how these two cards pair together, you know what I mean? And like I said, you listen to your intuition, keep up the good work, stay the course. So, stay the course. Just stay the course. Because you passed on this Jezebel. I'm gonna let y'all read that. And if you can't read it, I'm gonna read it for you. Jezebel in the flesh. She's not in it for your best interest. No second guessing when this card comes out. Wash your hands. Now, I know it says she on there, but this could also be a man. Like I said, this is my own personal deck that I made specifically for myself. So that's why I said she, she on there, like girls. So, but just take that where it resonates. Or you could be a guy. So, like a woman, you know what I mean? And like I said, this just confirming, what they was. This is how they felt about you. And this card says, all I want to do is fuck you. I just want to fuck and leave. Shut the fuck up and give me what I want. I want no emotional ties with you, no emotional connection, lust. That's how they really felt about you. So, yeah. Ooh, boy. I just know that this is not easy because I just know what this shit feel like. And I know it's kind of made me want to cry just a little bit. Like, because I know this is not easy to do. But I want y'all to read this one and then and this is, look, I just can't make it up. So this card says the old self must die. Feel the fire and be renewed by it, refined by it, leave the old cycle. I'm not gonna say too much on that. There's really nothing else to say, to be honest. And then you got let it go, baby girl, baby boy. just so y'all can get another visual, Let it go. Not out of, I'm telling you what to do, but more out of for yourself. Let it go. Just let it go. There's nothing you really have to do. You just make the conscious thought to let it go. And your days are gonna be easier. And he's not playing when this card comes out. He's not playing. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but this is not a fucking game. When this card comes out, this is what he say now. And this card says, "Don't interfere. A direct command from me, myself, the Most High. Get the fuck out the way, Earth, Angel / Chosen One." I'm not gonna say too much on that either. I mean, it doesn't really get any simpler than that. And then the last card that came out was Proceed with Caution. And I got my own channel for this. So it says, "Do what you need to do and get the hell up out of there. I understand. Do what you gotta do." So the Don't Interfere and Proceed with Caution card that came out, that makes me think about you could potentially work with this person in the workplace. Or you could have a kid with the person or something like that. Or you can have some sort of tie, whether it be work, a child, or what else? I don't know. One of those two things. You can have a child or you can work with a person. Some along that nature. Or y'all can work in the same field or something, or live in the same area where y'all have to constantly see each other or something like that. So he's just saying, when that card comes out, for my own self and how I interpret it is, go to work, do what you gotta do, and get the fuck up out of there. Okay, they wanna play with your face. Play with your face. Play in your face. Let them play in your face. Let them think this shit is a fucking game. Let them think they is not gonna get their karma and shit. Let them think that they won. Just proceed with caution. Just do what you gotta do. Okay, they want to play on your insecurities or trauma. Okay, let them think that they getting away with some shit. You just need to keep your hands clean. You just need to or if they not doing that, this just cause it simply means just don't go back to the connection. Just do what you gotta do. Make your money or get what you need done and go on about your business. Heal in silence, whatever you gotta do. If you gotta cry it out every night, ask for help every night. If that's what you gotta do, that's just what you gotta do, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be a particular type of way. It's more you just gotta give it up to the Most High. You gotta give it up to God and allow Him to carry you like Jesus was on that boat. Let Him carry you. Let Him carry you, And this is what this card kind of reminded me of, when Jesus was on the boat. And I think it was Paul or something like that. No, it was Jesus. Paul was on, I can't remember who, but I do remember the story when Jesus was like, "Be not afraid, walk on water." You know, just trust. If he told you to walk on water, believe that you can walk on water, because he wouldn't tell you something. He wouldn't tell you something that would put you in danger. You know, he needs you here. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna make this read too long. I feel like it's already kind of long, but you know, I say that every time. But I'm gonna pull a card from my geometry of relationships worker deck. It's gonna tell us the particular energy that we need to focus on and embody more of. And then I'm gonna pull from my Orisha Ocean worker deck. So high power, the highest in the universe of the Wali Messiah. What energy does the collective need to focus more on to get over this heartbreak in a present moment? To get over this stagnant energy. High power, the highest in the universe. Let's shuffle one more time. I'm so sorry, guys. I hate that you're going through this. I just want to send you a piece of my energy to help you heal from this, because I've been through this myself, and I ain't gonna lie. And I'm a water sign too. Nah, ain't nothing about this easy at all. So you really just gotta be kind to yourself. Wow. So something just fell on this card. I don't know what so they want me to pick this card up again. Let it go, baby girl, baby boy. That card came up, and then the commitment card came up. So this card just says, I feel like it's talking about stay committed to the decision that you made about letting this person go. The frequency of commitment supports our ability to devote ourselves in all aspects of our being and with unwavering belief. And so you just need to stay committed to the decision that you already made by letting this person go. And believe that you made the right decision and that you will get up out of this. Well, you already up out of it, but believe that something is better. It's meant for you. And I'm gonna read the actual book. And 13 is associated with the depth card, which symbolizes transition, transformation, and rebirth. I am committed is your affirmation. Commitment refers to a state of dedication. We could feel committed to a cause, goal, person, or relationship. And when we feel committed, we feel motivated, inspired, and sure. Focus, dedication, inspiration, responsibility, faithfulness, and loyalty are all the words that have connection to commitment. Our desire to commit comes from within, often as a deep feeling of wanting and even needing to accomplish something or dedicate ourselves to. Let me see, do I want to read this? I think I'm gonna skip to I'm just let me see. I'm gonna read this one, and I'm gonna read food for thought. So this is the commitment and relationship section. A common perception is that commitment means we are to stay in a relationship for better or worse, no matter what. This could be a worthy and valuable vow if it refers to a relationship that is alive. One that is infinitely morphing, changing, and growing. When two people understand that the relationship is an outward reflection of what is going on inside, they are each willingly to go within first to nurture and care for their own inner balance. Commitment in a relationship should be equally beneficial to our own inner balance and growth, as well as that of the connection with the other person. Staying in a relationship that no longer nourishes or inspires inner growth has no value to the journey of a soul in a human body. Commitment then becomes an empty abstract in which heart, mind, body, and soul are no longer in alignment. Perhaps it is time for new paradigms around what defines a healthy and balanced relationship, so we can commit fully, deeply, and completely. To sum all this shit up, okay? If God is not in a relationship, how did this saying go? If there's no love in a relationship, I want to read this verbatim because I wrote this quote down that my sister told me, and I want to find it for y'all. Because when she said this, it really helped me, and I want to find it for you so it can help you. Give me 1 second. Okay, I found it. So this is a quote that my sister said to me that helped me during the enduring time of a heartbreak, and maybe this can help you. If the love ain't there, then it ain't God, because God is love. Okay. And then I'm gonna read food for thought. 1 second. Oh, this is wrong book. Okay, here it is. I'm so like, what? Huh? Nothing? Food for thought. How do you know when you feel fully committed to a person? Where do you feel that? Do you like the idea of committing to a relationship completely? If you feel any resistance to that idea, do you know why? For a relationship to work, does there have to be a full commitment? What does that mean to you? So those are exercises to ask yourself. And I want you to write that shit down. And then answer the questions yourself on what you think it is. And really think and meditate on that. Because that's gonna, I'll just leave it at that. I call upon Risha Ogun. Wow. I guess Ogun want to come out, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm telling you, get out the way, y'all, because it's about to get real. Ogun is in the building. I love Ogun. I call upon Orisha Ocean, the goddess of fertile beauty, prosperity, and love. What advice could you give to the collective in a present moment in their love life? What advice? I'm gonna shuffle one more time. I love Miss Ocean. I love when she comes visit us in the read. So that's the card that came out. Ocean of Divine Wrath, Anger, Resentment, and Vengeance. And that's the card that came out. And I'm gonna read to you what it says. 4, 5, yeah. 3 plus 2, it is 5. So change. 5 deals with change. So this is what the card is talking about, and this is what she says. Actually went to the wrong page. So you cannot let your anger misguide you, because I went to the wrong page. You know, kind of. This is what she said. This the affirmation that she wants you guys to say. I acknowledge my anger as a tool for self-awareness and growth. Ocean of Divine Wrath compels you to confront the seething emotions within. Your rage, whether sacred or ordinary, can be both a catalyst for change and a burden weighing you down. This turbulent storm inside you often arises when you feel wronged, disrespected, or unheard. Anger is a natural emotion, but clinging to it can be self-destructive. As a famous saying, often credited to Buddha, goes, you will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. What you can do now, dive deep into roots of your anger. That's where the real work begins. Sacred rage describes a righteous anger that comes from deep injustices or violations of personal values. Explore the reason behind your sacred rage or everyday fury. What's truly causing these feelings? By understanding the source of your anger, you can transform it from a destructive force into a powerful agent for positive change. Embrace the tempest within, but don't let it drown you. Unleash your inner storm in productive ways, creating ripples of transformation in your life and the world around you. A ritual that you could do in the present moment. Engage in a physical activity that allows you to release pent-up energy, like punching a boxing bag, running, or even screaming into a pillow. After the release, sit in a quiet space to meditate. Focus on transforming your wrath into a force for positive change. In other words, It's time to glow the fuck up. Not grow, but glow. Like glow. Glow the fuck up. Like use all that energy to better your life. Your finances, get the body you want, make a creative hobby, start new habits, start eating better. Like just being an it girl, it got era. Like, you know what? I'm in a fucked up place. I'm not saying that you are, but what I am saying is if you do feel this energy and you feel weighed down by it, just really come to the terms of, you know what? I'm not where I want to be. I don't feel how I want to feel right now. So I'm going to use this energy to propel me into the direction that I want to be in. And by doing that, I'm going to align with the thoughts and actions. I'm going to align with the thoughts first of being, and then I'm going to operate from that place, and then I'm going to act from that place by taking the action from that place to align with the reality that I want. So I'm gonna start thinking this way, being this way, and then I'm gonna start doing those things that reinforces those thoughts. You can start small. I usually always start small, you know. Rarely do I start big, but I never play it small. I play it small to play big, you know what I mean? But yeah, that could just look like, you know, whatever that means to you, because I just enjoy throwing examples, you know what I mean? Whatever you feel like area you need to start at, just, if you don't know nothing else, just listen to your inner voice, not what somebody else is telling you, but what you feel and feel guided to do. I really hope you feel better, you know. I'm sorry that I couldn't, I mean, it's not a bad reading, it's not a, I mean, you passed, so just, yeah. You passed, and that's a good thing. Hopefully you guys resonated with the reading. I'm only the messenger. And I'm only confirming what you already know. I hope you enjoyed the reading.